Who is the best character in CK3? You could ask 10 different people and get 10 different answers. Is it Hastings? Is it Alfred the Great? Well, for my money's worth, it's Dyre the Stranger, a genius Viking in a perfect position to go on and form the Empire of Russia, which I'll be doing today. If you do enjoy this video at all, please like, please subscribe, and let me know what you thought. We'll jump right in now. So we start off here with the massive Empire of Khazaria just to our east. We've got the Magyar Confederation just to our south. We don't really want to be worrying about either of those for the minute. What we're going to do is go and declare on this guy here. Take the last county that's in our duchy, as you can see, and from there we'll push on. First, what I'm going to do though is create another men-at-arms regiment, and we want some Varangian veterans. We'll have 2 of them, I think, and that should give us a pretty significant advantage when we go to fight all of our neighbours. So I will wait for those to build up, and then we will be going to war. So our Varangian veterans have built up, and we are going to go straight to war with this guy here. Just the 1 county at the minute, but it's a pretty easy route of expansion, at least it should be. We'll go and crush his army, and then hopefully we'll be able to go and siege his lands down without any resistance. Here we go. So we've captured him in a battle, means we don't have to go and siege all this down, and we can just go ahead and take this county here. It's going to put us over our domain limit, but I'm not too worried about that for the minute. We've got no vassals now, so, you know, I'm not bothered. So we've actually now got enough piety that I can divorce my wife. Because we got the genius trait, I really want to try and enforce some inheritable traits. So I'm going to get rid of my wife, try and find someone with genius or intelligent, anything like that. And that should put us on a pretty good footing, I think. So there aren't any geniuses knocking around, so what we'll do is marry this intelligent lowborn here. We'll lose a bit of legitimacy and prestige, but I'm not too worried. Just before we declare our next war, what I'm going to do is go raiding. We can follow the river down here, and we've got the whole of the Byzantine Empire on our doorstep. So that should be pretty what's the word? Lucrative. There we go. So I've just got back from raiding. We've made a load of money, and I'm going to start and spam a load of hunts and the like. We want to get our prestige up as soon as possible because we want to be able to declare for duchies, and for that we need to be illustrious. So I'm going to do an incredibly reckless and stupid thing and try this. There's a 26% chance I die, but we'll see what happens. There we go. That's pretty fortunate that happened because I wasn't restarting all this. I think I'm going to waste my subjugation war against the chieftain of Turov here. There are probably better opportunities to use it, but I want to expand now and I don't want to just declare for 1 county. So that war was incredibly easy. We've captured him in the first battle, 100%, and that's all done. The problem we now have is that now we've wiped out the smaller guys in Ruthenia, the only way we can go now is to declare on Khazaria. Now they've only got 3,900 troops, so it's not completely impossible, but I think I want to save up some money, go raiding a bit, build up my kingdom before I go and declare on them. So we've actually had our first son with our new wife, and thankfully he is a genius, from one genius to another. I can get behind that. So in an effort to get a load more prestige, we are in the middle of a tournament here, we're in a duel, and we'll see how we get along. So we've shat the bed a bit. We had a pretty poor tournament. We've lost the first time, but you know, not the end of the world. We'll still get what we want out of this. So with that tournament, we're now up to illustrious. We can declare for duchies, and that's going to help us expand a lot quicker now. I'm going to build up my forces, and then I'm going to push a war against Khazaria, I think. Maybe go raiding first, so we'll do that now. So now we are illustrious. We can found the capital of the Rus. We get a load of fame, we get a load of development, and some good stuff in our capital. Definitely worth doing. Though Khazaria are currently at war with the Abbasids, so I think now is as good a chance as any to start a war with them. We are in a position where we can hire some mercenaries as well, which should give us a bit of an advantage over them, I think. So what I'm going to do is conquer the duchy, which we can do now. We're illustrious, makes life a lot easier. We'll go for this duchy here, 4 counties, and that'll secure the southern border of Ruthenia. We can push on from there. We can also call in our ally, the King of Sweden. Nice ally to have. So we're going to move in and we're going to just start sieging down the duchy for the minute. Hopefully our allies will turn up and then we can push the action. Here they are. So Khazaria's army are here after our capital. We should be able to catch them out, I think. Here we go. With all our allies. Yeah, that's easy as anything. I love that. 66%. This war is pretty much wrapped up already. There we go. We've seized the capital. That's 100%. And have a look over here. Perfect. Taking a nice big chunk out of Khazaria. We will actually have enough. Yeah, we've got enough to form the Kingdom of Ruthenia. We're just a little short of money at the minute, but as you can see, there's 100 there, and we are a mighty king. So the most important thing that's happened so far in this game is we've got a dog. What should we call the dog? I don't know. Nosewise? Can't say I love any of those names, to be honest, but we'll go with it. So just after we defeated Khazaria, it looks like their leader froze to death. It's unfortunate for him, I suppose. But it means we've got no truce with them, so we can go straight ahead and take the next duchy. And we'll go for Chernigov here, another big duchy. We're starting to really do some damage against them now. So we've started sieging down the duchy, and it looks like their army's coming over. I want to wait until our ally, the King of Sweden, turns up. No point forcing an early battle. So the Swedish army have basically left me to my own devices. So we're going to try and force the battle now before we take too much attrition and we're in a position where we might lose. Hopefully they'll turn up again. So we've made a bit of money capturing different counts and dukes from the enemy. So we're going to take out some mercenaries just because we're basically on our own at this point. Sweden have left me to it. There we go, we've got up to 100%, a bit more of a slog than it should be, but that's just because Sweden decided they wanted to disappear for a year or two. There we go. Looking pretty big now. Got most of that, most of the kingdom at this point. We'll raise a runestone, love the prestige and that. So now we've all but wrapped up the kingdom of Ruthenia. I think I'm going to go and attack a load of these guys on our northern border. Try and move into what is the White Rus, with an eye on creating the whole of the Empire of Russia at some point in the near future, hopefully. So yeah, we'll go and declare for the duchy here. And before we can call in this guy, we'll declare on him as well, as they are allies. That way we'll have all of it. So that's that first war won. We're just losing a battle in the second one, but that's only because I've got my armies split. We'll turn around and we should finish the second one pretty comfortably. There we go, another battle won, and that's 100%. Taking the rest of this duchy. Ruthenia is starting to look pretty sizable, to say the least. So before I have another war against anyone on my borders, what I'm going to do is save up a bit more prestige, save up a bit more gold, and we should be in a better position then. So we've got about 3,500 men we're raiding with at the minute. So I think it's time we visited the Pope. So we've only been raiding for about 30 seconds and Minsk have declared war on us. God knows why. We've called in Novgorod, we've called in Sweden. I'm going to actually finish raiding the papacy before I go back, because I don't see how we're going to lose this, to be honest. So our allies are being completely useless, and we're losing a few battles because we can't join up with everyone. And now someone else has declared war on us. It's not all going to plan so far, but I think we'll get there. I think my priority is now this war, because the other one, they are only after one county after all, so I'm not going to lose sleep over that. So we have lost that first war, unfortunately, but it's only a county. I'm not too fussed. So we've sieged down their primary title, and we've got to 100% on that war. Bit annoying that we lost the other one, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. We'll just build up, and then we should be in a position to go back at them pretty soon. So while we've not got much going on, I'm going to declare just for this one county here. Shouldn't be too much trouble, just knock it out pretty quickly, hopefully. So our son's actually just died, but I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty happy. So we've lost a very boring regular son, had an heir, and now we've got our genius. So we've captured our enemy, and that is 100% an easy war after the last couple that have been a bit annoying. Always welcome. We've actually got typhus running through our court at the minute. I think this is the third child that I've lost. Fortunately, we've still got the one that I actually want to take over, so that's something, I suppose. So on to the next little chieftain on our border. Unfortunately, everyone is allied to Minsk, but the fact that it's only one county means we just need to siege it down and we'll have won the war, so I'm not too worried. And just as we're settling in, we've had our neighbour declare war on us again. Luckily, we should be finished with this war fairly quickly, and then we can just crack on and deal with them. We're calling our dynasty members Sweden and Shaeland. Shaeland? I don't know. And we've won that one war. Now we're going to turn south and fight off these annoying guys. Although it looks like they're currently splintering, which is good news as far as I'm concerned. There we go, pretty easy, 100%. Wasn't as annoying as I thought it could be. And now, as they have splintered, we've got a bit of an opportunity to grow a bit easier here. So what I'm going to do straight away is take that duchy. We might be able to do this without our allies, but we'll see. There we go, we've seized down a bunch of his land, and that's 100%. Hopefully at some point they'll start to learn that attacking me isn't going to end well for them. Doesn't appear it's going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately, but there we go. So I think we're going to go for an Invade Kingdom CB against Minsk here, take all their land, siege it all down, so we'll take all of it. At least that is my plan. Don't think we'll need any allies, but we'll see how it goes. So this war is going really easily. They're not attacking me for some reason. I suppose we've got a lot more troops than them, but yeah, there we go. We just sieged down a bunch of their land, no battles, and yeah, very easy. I'm not going to bother sieging down all the stuff in the east. Would have been quite time consuming. So now we've gone through Minsk, I want to start eating up some of these little guys on our eastern border now. They shouldn't be any trouble at all, but we've got two kingdoms now near enough. We just need to get a load more counties and we can form the Empire of Russia. There we go, we've won that war pretty quick and pretty easy. This guy's next on our hit list, I think. I think we're now at the point where we have to go and attack Novgorod. We want to start taking quite a few counties in each war. That way we'll be able to form the empire sooner. We should be able to do this on our own, but we'll see what happens. There we go, we've actually caught out half their army. That's perfect. Couldn't have gone any better than I wanted there. There we go. 38% already. So we split up here, we're just sieging down their capital, hoping we capture someone, and if that goes well, we should end this war pretty soon. No, only 65%, but we'll take it. So we've got a big battle here. They've joined up with their allies from the south. And as you can see, we're actually at death's doorstep here, so our time is limited at this point. And we've just gained infirm and melancholic. I think our time is almost up as this genius... Oh. Well, that's very rude. It wouldn't even let me finish my sentiment, but, you know. Never mind. We've gone from one Viking genius to another, so I think this is still, you know, we're still ticking along. Unfortunately, everybody hates us, but, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. So we've just had a massive populist uprising. We'll, could be in trouble here, let's just say that much. So I've ended this conquest in white peace. We're just too much of a mess at the minute. I need to sort out the kingdom before I can worry about expansion. We'll see what happens in a minute. There we go, we have won that peasant uprising. Bit annoying, but we got there in the end. So I've become a berserker. I'm sure there is absolutely nothing that can go wrong with that. So we're in a position where we can go and subjugate this guy on our border. He should be pretty easy after the last couple of wars where I've made a bit of a mess of it. We should be able to do this without too much melodrama, he says before he goes and loses the war. There we go, siege down his capital, and we're taking all this land to the east here. We're now getting up against all this uninhabited territory up here. Quite handy having him just as a one big vassal. See if he will convert, hopefully. And he has, perfect. It's really annoying. We've now, because we've got our new character here, our son, the drunkard, we've not got enough prestige, enough fame that we can declare for duchies anymore. So we've got to build that back up again, which is a bit of a pain, but, you know, there are worse things in life. So we completed that hunt, we're up to illustrious, so we can declare 4 duchies again, and we also got a wild heart hide. A nice bit of prestige, renown, court grandeur. Definitely won't say no to that. So I've just spotted that our neighbour here is 0 years old. Feels like a nice opportunity to go and pick on a child. There we go, we've crushed his army up to 50%, and now we'll spread out and siege for a minute. Only one county for the minute, but we'll take what we can get for now. There we go, captured the baby and forced him to surrender. I'm sure it didn't take much persuading. So it looks like we've got another massive revolt. Just going to declare war on somebody, but I guess that's not happening for a minute. Let's see what happens. We'll raise up just next to them here and should be able to crush them without too much trouble, I would have thought, but we'll see. There we go, crushed the rebels pretty easily. Just set us back a couple of years, I think, but that's alright. I've got all the time in the world, he said sarcastically. So, now we will turn our attention north to Novgorod. Try and conquer Novgorod itself. We've called in our dynasty member, the King of Sweden, just to try and make everything a bit more straightforward. Don't want to overcomplicate it if we don't have to. There we go, we've got to 100%. And looks like one of our prisoners has escaped. Fantastic. So while we're at peace for a bit, I think I'm going to take this opportunity, and now we've got a load more troops, we're going to go raiding. I'm sure the Pope has woken up this morning and is slightly concerned about what's happening in his kingdom. Kingdom? That's not the right word. whatever is the right word. So we've been steadily working our way down the entire Italian peninsula, raiding as we go. Because we've got all these bonuses as Vikings, we can get a huge amount of gold and prestige. Just escaped typhus there, which is good. So the King of Novgorod is dead. That means we don't have to worry about our truce anymore. It's just a little girl in charge now. She's only got 1,700 troops. Should be very easy. And from there, we won't have many battles left to go before we can form the Empire of Russia. So we're just sieging down his land, and I've sent off a third of my army. We should be able to crush him just with that, hopefully. Well, that didn't go well. So I have called in the King of Sweden, just because we're taking a ton of attrition. I've joined these two armies. I'm going to split them, and hopefully they can recover a bit now. Oh, there we go. I spoke too soon. Don't need to worry about attrition, because we are done. There we go. Very nice. So now we've won that war, we're going to turn back north, and with 2 wars here, I think that will be us done with the Empire of Russia. We're going to declare on this guy here for Bjarmaland, and we'll ignore his neighbour for now. We won't try and bite off more than we can chew, unlike normal. There we go, we've sieged his capital, just beaten him in a battle, and that is 100%. So if we go and look and see if we can... No, we cannot yet form the Empire of Russia. I think if we have a look, yep, 3 more counties. So we're getting pretty close. And we are actually at war with this guy now, I didn't even notice. We've inherited whatever war he had. There we go, 100%. They only had 1 county, so, you know, take a little bit of gold, I won't complain. So I think we've just got 1 more war now. This furthest northern reach of the Empire of Russia will take this duchy here. We massively outnumber them. So we will end it here, I think. We'll just see how difficult this ends up being. Oh, well, we can't call them in. Norway, sure, yeah. This is actually the first time in Crusader Kings 3 I've ever really played in Russia, to be honest. Not something I've done before. I tend to stick to Scandinavia and the Mediterranean. But, you know, it's always nice to expand your horizons, even if it is on a computer game. Sounded about 70 when I said that. So there should be no trouble at all. We've got our army split into 4 to avoid taking attrition. We've got an ally sieging down the capital, so we don't even have to worry about that. We just focus on what we're doing here, I think. There we go, 100%. Capturing enemy leaders makes life so much easier. So here we go, 100%. And now, what can we do? We can... I think we form one of these kingdoms first, we have to. And then... Oh! What a massive anticlimax that is. I don't actually have enough. So have I lost something? Yes, I have. Fantastic. You've noticed I'm a complete pro at this game because I didn't even notice half of my kingdom had just disappeared. Never mind. So we try again. Not even going to wait. I'm going to go straight for it. Yeah, this is amateur hour at the minute. I think it really goes a long way to demonstrate how absent-minded I am, but I lost one of the biggest duchies in my kingdom without even noticing. Learn lessons from this. Don't be like me. There we go, 100%. So we will try this again. Have I messed something else up? Dun, da, da. No, I have not. There we go. Empire of Russia. Gardariki, is that right? Probably not. I made a bit of a hash of a lot of this at the end, but I think really when you look at it, this is probably one of the easiest starts in the whole game. Starting with someone with the genius trait, with all the benefits you get from being a Norse Viking, it's really, really hard to see anyone better as far as I'm concerned. So I think I will leave it here for now. If you did enjoy it, please like, please subscribe, let me know what you thought, and I will see you again soon. Bye.